Henry Grimm has never been in trouble for borrowing a sword from the headmaster's private stores. He has never discovered a forbidden room in a foreign castle or received a death threat over breakfast. All Henry knows is life as an orphan servant boy at the midsummer school, bullied by the privileged sons of aristocracy. But all that changes when Henry is the first commoner to pass the entrance exam for the prestigious Knightley Academy, where he will be trained as a modern-day knight alongside the cleverest and bravest 14-year-olds in the country. Henry and his roommates, two other students from decidedly unknightly backgrounds, are not exactly greeted with open arms by their classmates. In fact, it soon becomes apparent that someone is going to go to great lengths to sabotage the trio's chances at becoming knights. But Henry soon learns that there is more at stake than his future at Knightley Academy, and only he can sound the alarm. Is anyone going to believe a former servant on the brink of expulsion? Brimming with wry humor, page-turning suspense, and surprising twists, this first adventure in a memorable new series is sure to enthrall readers of all ages.
Hi guys, this is Jessica with Chapter Chicks, and I am doing another one of those book reviews where I read the book a really long time ago and somehow just forgot to get to the review. I don't know how I did that or why I did that, but I'm going to be discussing Knightley Academy by Violet Haberdasher today. And this book, it was recommended to me by Alex at electrifyingreviews.com. He used to have a YouTube channel, but he doesn't anymore, and he was really big on this book. And I guess he still is because he has a blog and stuff. But so I picked it up because I was going to participate in a blog tour, but I got the questions to her late and she wasn't able to answer them in time. But it was published on March 9th, 2010 by Aladdin. And it is the first book in the Knightley Academy series, and there are 469 pages. Now, while there are a lot of pages, the font is not that big, or not that small, so it doesn't take too long to read, if you guys can see that there. But, yeah, I really enjoyed this book. I read this during the summer, and it is probably one of my favorite summer books, although I do hate the new cover, but that's a different story. But I like this cover. You see the little guy running, looking at this big, huge building. And like I said, Alex told me about this. He really enjoyed it, and I wasn't disappointed when I read it, and I thought I was kind of going to be, but I wasn't. I really liked it. It got a B for me, which is good. The only thing that didn't do it for me, but it also kind of worked at the same time, was I thought, a lot of people disagree on this, but I thought it was very similar to J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series, but it's a kind of a good thing because Harry Potter's over, and now, like, all of us Harry Potter fans are kind of stuck without anything to read from Harry Potter, or any, like, Harry Potter-esque things. So if you really liked Harry Potter, you will probably like this book. So that kind of worked for me, but it also kind of didn't work at the same time. I don't know, but the characters were really enjoyable in this book. I felt like the friends were my friends and the enemies were my enemies, and I felt like I was in the main character's shoes, which, as you guys know, is like the deciding factor on whether or not I like a book. So definitely the characters were good, and the ending of this book was really good. I didn't follow the trail that I thought it was going to take, and it just completely went off on this whole different thing, and it really set up a great series for book number 2 and however many books there's going to be afterwards. And it's just so good. It's so cute. It's fun to read. It didn't take me very long, and like, as you guys can see, it's not a very big book. So, I mean, it's wide, it's like thick, but it's not very big, and the font's pretty small, so it doesn't take too long to read either, which is good. And yeah, there's not much that I can say about this book. There's it without the dust jacket. But there's not much I can say about this book because, like I said, I read it a really long time ago. I just remember really enjoying it, and I remember the characters and things like that. So those are the stuff that stood out to me after reading it months ago. So if it still stands out after months, then it must be good, right? So I'm sorry for all these short reviews. I'm trying really hard to put as much into them as I can, but I read a couple of these like months and months ago, like in July and June, and that's a long time for you to do a review on it. But yeah, so I'm going to try never to get this far behind again, but I still have a couple left that I have to do, and I'm trying to work through it, but I'm reading and I'm trying to keep up with those two, and work, and I have all kinds of stuff to do, so, yeah, sorry. This is my review over Knightley Academy, and I am Jessica from Chapter Chicks, and this chapter was for you. So thank you so much, guys, for watching.